Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm dear darling. Shall we see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhallow today? What have I been up to today? Not really much really. Still working on the birthday stuff, because that's in 2 days. Or I need to get all that stuff done by. But not really much. I woke up pretty late today. Unintentionally. I don't know why. I had some weird dreams. And I was like, man, when I woke up being super groggy, I was like, I'll sleep a bit more. And I woke up super late. But anyway, hello everyone. Right now in Fawnhallow, it's 4:39 PM on Monday, November 9th, 2020. Really isn't news to speak of today, but crossword puzzle. Lovely. Good job, Isabel. I feel like you've been working on that same crossword puzzle for perhaps an eternity now, but you know, if you get stuck on every single one, it must be a very difficult, perhaps a cryptic crossword or something like that. Yeah, I don't know, I just had some weird dreams. The sort of dreams where they sort of bleed into real life. Hold on. Something for a lollipop. Surprise, it's a rug. I read a short story about a flying carpet recently and bought this in a moment of literary impulse. My biggest vice. No, a rug can't fly, but it can be the backbone of great home decor. I do wish it could fly. I really feel like you sent me that one before, Sylvana. We also need to clear out our mailbox again at some point. I guess I'll do that afterwards. Who's our visitor for today? Is it Red? It's not Red. It's a wandering visitor. How much money do we have on us? 15,000. That's probably not enough to really buy much. Yeah, you know, that sort of dreams you have which bleed into reality and you're like, oh, was that a dream? Was that real? I don't know if I talked about this before. I think I have. But there was one time I had a dream that when I was much younger, I must have been, let me think, 10ish or so. No, maybe I was in secondary school. I can't remember. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, but I went downstairs and I opened the fridge, and inside it, the only thing in the fridge was the venison burger. Okay, you don't want that much. And I was like, what? Why is there a venison burger in here? And I put it back, and that was it. And then, wouldn't you know it, I woke up and I completely forgot about it. And then later, when we had lunch that day, we had burgers. And I was like, wow, is this a one for venison burger? My family were like, what? Venison burger? What are you talking about? And then I remembered, I was like, oh, that was a dream. We don't have any venison burgers. But it's weird when things bleed into reality like that, you know, the Matrix sort of moment. When you're just like, oh, how did that happen? No, it's unexplainable using reality, the laws of reality which I know of. But alas, it probably did happen regularly, you know. As far as I know, we're not in the Matrix. Not that we'd probably be able to prove if we were. I don't know why there's a blue hyacinth here. I was probably meant to sell it, but then I just planted it for no apparent reason. We should also check out our villagers, talk to them. Make sure we can get the recipes as we're missing, as we run around collecting some mushrooms. You ever get those Matrix moments where things just happen, you just like, you don't know what happens? People always say it super happens with so we've got glitches in the Matrix, aren't they? Not Matrix moments. What am I making up? Raymond, you're always crafting when we're here. They always say it happens when it's when you like drop a pen. You drop a pen and you're like, oh, what an inconvenience. You bend down to pick it up and you're like, where did the pen go? It doesn't exist anymore. And then you like leave it for a few days and you come back and it's like, oh, the pen's there, just like in another room or something on the floor. Rolled under the table in another room somehow. And you're just like, that doesn't make any sense. I've found out quite a few times. I've just dropped things like off my desk and I've gone to pick them up and I'm like, they just don't exist anymore, I suppose. We've entered a parallel dimension. Of course, that always happens in deja vu moments. It's always a glitch in the Matrix, but we talked about that recently and I don't have any more deja vu stories. I'm trying to think of glitch in the Matrix stories. I'm pretty sure I've had some before. Like, there's always, sometimes ones I have, oh, all these houses are empty over here. I might be kind of visiting. Actually, we should have checked the beaches. I forgot. I like when conversations I feel like I've had with people, but I haven't. They're like conversations I dreamed up or something. Get rid of these flowers. Don't need them. Is Gulliver up there? Gulliver? We've got plenty of beach space now for you to wash up on. Could be Sahara. I'm not sure if we had Sahara last week. Honestly, cannot remember. Yeah, but I can't really think of any off the top of my head. They're actually kind of hard to think of, aren't they? An event which feels like a glitch in the Matrix, or like when an event repeats itself, or when something disappears, or when you're really certain something happens. And it just doesn't happen. I'm really trying to think of them. It's actually pretty difficult, it turns out. Hello, Lily. We should talk with you more often. Rise like the sun. I'm about midway through playing with to win the stock market. It's great, pitter patter. You're gonna become a stockbroker now, Lily. It's an interesting career trajectory for you, which I didn't expect. No, what was I saying? Yeah, glitches of a matrix. You know, I actually did think of one. This was happening. This was happening. It's happening right now. Oh God, get me out. No, it happened. It must have been primary school. Now I think about it. So I was like younger than 11 at one of my friend's birthday parties, which was in a laser tag arena. Is arena the right word? I don't really know. It must be Gulliver. Must be. I guess we haven't seen anyone yet. Gulliver. Oh, it was probably Gulliver. We haven't had Gulliver for ages, right? Yeah, it was doing like a laser tag party, and I remember this laser tag area. Oh, maybe it's not Gulliver. Gulliver had like 4 different areas, and one of them was like a spooky area. There was like a Wild West area. I think there's a future area. I can't remember what the other one was, to be honest. I mean, if I sat here and think about it, maybe I could remember it. No, I can't really. And I remember I was in the horror area. I turned left to walk through into the Wild West area, and then I ended up in the horror area, the entrance to the horror area again, the spooky forest, and I was like, what? That's all I remember about spooky, you know? What happened? Of course, the rational explanation is probably, I thought I was in the spooky forest area, and I was like, I was actually just like in the future area or something, and I just walked. Oh yeah, we don't have a bridge here anymore. I was like, where's the bridge? It's like something seems off. And I just walked over to the spooky forest area, and maybe I got like a moment of deja vu where I was like, wait a minute, I was just imagining myself here. How am I already here again? Didn't mean to pick it up. Not yet. Didn't mean to do that either. But that was very weird. It's very disorientating when you're walking into a place and you think you're ending up somewhere, then you end up somewhere else. You know? It's really hard to think of glitch of a matrix moments, just off the top of my head. Perhaps I should have got the story sorted out already. I feel like I can vaguely remember like the feelings of glitch and matrix moments, but I can't remember exact specifics of what happened. Like I vaguely feel like there's one where I returned something to someone, and then they asked for it again later, and I was like, I already returned it to you, and they already had it or something. You know what that probably was? And now I'm speaking it out loud. It probably makes more sense that they just forgot that they already collected it from me. But that was like a made up memory. Maybe is that a made up memory? I don't know. A fabricated memory of a mind. That's a scary thought. What's even real? I don't know. I mean, if I went in a Matrix simulation... Oh, by the way, this might be lost on you if you're too young to have seen the Matrix, because I was too young to see the Matrix. I watched it, in fact, on like an airplane flight on a holiday when I was like 18 or something. Maybe younger than that, I can't remember. I did not watch it when it came out. It's a cult classic sci-fi movie, basically, where humans are living in like some what's the word? Simulated hive mind thing? Simulated reality, I guess. And about escaping from it. And there's a moment in the Matrix where there's a glitch in the Matrix, as they call it, where I can't remember exactly what happens. I think it's like a black cat walks past the doorway. And Keanu Reeves looks again, and the black cat walks past it again. Which, you know, if it happened in real life, I wouldn't necessarily be like, oh, glitch in Matrix immediately. I'd be like, oh, there's like 2 cats there, or just like walk back when I looked away or something. But I think, oh, Vivian's just peacefully sleeping. Oh, it is Gulliver. Here you are. But there was what was I saying? I don't even know. I don't remember. Yeah, and then that clues him into something happening? I don't remember. I don't remember the Matrix all that well. I know, I think the pen dropping Matrix, glitch in a Matrix is always a big one. Oh my gosh. Or dropping anything, really. Dropping a pencil. Lost that pencil. Oh, what do you think about fuchsia? Yo, sweetkins, I'm in the jam. I finally got the lead out. I started cleaning out my pad and there's so much stuff I don't need. Right now I've got 4 things I never use but feel weird about throwing it out. Heck yeah. Things like what? Fragrance sticks. Sure, you got a deal. Vivian just woke up apparently. Maybe she's going shopping? No, she's not. You know, it'd be cool if villagers entered and exited the buildings more often as well. You know, like if she wanted to go shopping, she'd sort of like pop in to Nooks and all that, but doesn't really seem to happen. Also, it seems a bit foolish to go deep sea diving with his massive designer hat on, but still, that's what we're doing. Lucky for you, that's what I'm doing. Is this a cell phone? This could be a cell phone. Nope, it's a Gazmi collab. I don't know, what other sort of glitchy moments could have happened? I don't know, I feel like I've lost a lot of pencils that way, you know? Dropped a pencil in school, it bounces around like crazy, can't find it again. Just hopped off to a different dimension or something. Oh, that almost happened actually to like my favourite fountain pen, because we had to use like fancier pens in school, whatever. I dropped it and I was like, oh no, I've lost it completely. Where's it gone? Turned out it was just like rolled under like a set of drawers in my classroom or something. I know that's not a very exciting story, but glitches in the Matrix rarely are. You know what also happens with is when you're looking for something and then you can't find it and you ask someone to help you and they just walk in and it's like right there, just right in front of you this entire time. That's not really a glitch in Matrix, that's more just like what's that thing called when your brain like skips over stuff for like efficiency's sake and then it just misses out the obvious sometimes. I don't know, it's that thing. My brain does that a lot. I have a distinct memory. I was looking for like, what was it, like a money bag or something? My money purse, which was a very smiley sort of, what, it looked like a smiley plushie, but you could zip up its head and put coins in and that sort of thing. I don't know where it is now. Oh sure, here you go. And I was like, I couldn't find it. I was like, I know it's in this room somewhere, I just can't find it. So I asked my sister, I was like, hey, can you help me find it? She just walked in and it was just literally just there on the windowsill. You ever hear of a tail wagging with dog? There's no way, man. I've done the math. I mean, that kind of depends on your frame of reference. If your frame of reference is in the tail's frame of reference, then yeah, the tail could be wagging with dog. Anyway, yeah, I was just sitting on the windowsill and I was like, what? I remember the memories are coming back, you know. See, I don't remember glitched memories apparently. Maybe that's a glitch in my own memory. That's weird. No, our IT teacher talked about this as well. He said he would talk to his wife and he'd be like, hey, honey, where's this thing? And she's like, it's on the table. And he'll look at the table and he'd be like, it's not there. And then she'll have to walk over there and just like pick up a newspaper and it's underneath a newspaper or something. And he was like, but to be fair, that was his explanation is obviously that he just, his brain didn't think about the fact that it would just be under something. He just takes one look at it. Oh, mermaid dresser recipe. Sees it's not there and is like, doesn't exist, I guess. Which is a big mood, if anything. Where do we leave Godavar? Who sent this message? We haven't actually paid attention for ages. Carmen! Oh. Shell table. Already know this one. What happens if we just, like, sell your phone? Godavar. I'm not insinuating I'm going to do that. I was just wondering. Let me have a sip of water. Let me contact my faithful crew. There you go, Godavar. Been a while since we helped you. Stretch. Gotta have a good stretch. This is the most relaxing thing I've done all day. That's not really true. But it's nice regularity. Gotta wake up early tomorrow. Got a early doctor's appointment. Let's not sell these mushrooms. Let's not sell those mushrooms. But we'll sell everything else. Oh, we should have checked if there was a colourful shovel for sale, because we would have bought that. And then had to sell this again. You're lucky this time, eh? There isn't. So I guess we'll just get to clearing the flowers. Oh. Alright, alright. What was I saying? I don't know. I can't remember what I was saying anymore. Lost my train of thought. Oh, it probably wasn't important anyway. Oh no, we're talking about glitch and matrix, that's right. Don't... This is going to be a hot take. You think glitch and matrix things is just like... The human brain doesn't want to admit that sometimes it's kind of bad. It just forgets things. Mistakes things or that sort of thing, you know? I feel like a lot of things have much more personally, well, it's just my hunch that things have a rational explanation to them. But since you don't always see the full story of things and your brain can mistake things very quickly, it's just how it goes. You know, like how criminal lineups or that sort of thing are very, very not useful a lot of the time because the human brain is not very good at remembering what people look like for just a short glimpse of a second. Again, I've never tried. Maybe I'd be good at a criminal lineup. How can you be good at a criminal lineup? I'm not sure that's something you should pride yourself on. Now I think about it either. Bit of a weird thing, isn't it? It's like a thing that people say, the brain named itself. You might say, how's that relevant? I guess it kind of isn't, but like, you know, the whole reflexive thing of the brain covering for itself, being like, oh, it was a glitch in the universe. Yeah, the only glitch is you, brain, come on. It's okay to be wrong sometimes. You don't have to be strong every single day. I'm still listening to that on repeat. Stuck in my head. What's a day to do? Ugh. Luckily I don't have to do any more recording today. Never recording's a bad thing, but you know. It's slightly different from playing Animal Crossing where I'm trying to be mildly engaging. The slightest. Animal Crossing I'm just like whatever. I don't know. Let the stream of consciousness take over. And if I don't think of anything to say, then I don't think of anything to say. I'm just gonna be here in the background, you know. Oh, okay. Just with gals hanging out. No big deal. Sappho and her friend. Oh. I still got a Facebook message I need to reply to. Because it's been like a week. Oh, we forgot to put the mushrooms away. We still haven't found any of the supremely rare mushrooms yet. I wonder if you'll need them to craft all the recipes. I don't know. That's not what I meant. I wanted to have a glance at the recipes, see what the seasonal ones require. Not all that much, to be honest. Not all that much, to be honest. What other glitch and matrix things happens? It's kind of hard to think about. Maybe it's because my brain sort of rationalises, oh, what do you think about away all these thoughts, so... Ah, dear, a little bird told me you wanted a giant ribbon, so I went shopping for you. Although, now think about it, how could that little bird have known what you wanted? How indeed? I shouldn't be so trusting. Didn't pay attention to what else he said, but... A giant ribbon's quite nice, I'll keep that one. And it's not at all related to the fact I'm running to my house to put mushrooms away in storage too. Don't get that confused. That's exactly what it is. Alright. Let us eat some cabbage. Which is a thing I always used to say, I don't know why. Because you know it's like lettuce. Get it? Terrible, I know. It's really hard to think of anything. Maybe just no glitches happen in my matrix, you know? Which sounds like an innuendo for something which is not meant to be, but my brain, it's too good. Or the simulation, the processor running my simulation, is doing a fantastic job. Very few glitches. 10 out of 10. Reliable, trustworthy. Would simulate my scientific experiments on. Really is hard to think of anything. I guess it's just not many stories. But I want to keep on the certain theme. I guess I'm going to talk about Matrix itself. In fact, I watched it so late, but you know, that's not really a surprise. I watched a lot of these famous movies rather late. Like classics, like I've still never seen Shawshank Redemption. I've seen like the first half an hour of it or something, because we watched half an hour of it in class, or maybe an hour, I can't remember. Matrix is a weird thing to think about though, if you live in a simulation. If I think about it, I'm like, if we live in a simulation, then my take on it is like, okay, alright then, cool. I mean, I guess my first question would be like, can we like escape a simulation? If the answer is no, then okay, well let's just live in a simulation. Even if it's simulated, it still feels real enough, and it is the reality we're living anyway. So it's sort of like, I'm not really going to treat it any differently in my worldview. I suppose my worldview would be different if it's like, oh, you can escape it, like Matrix style. And I suppose my natural curiosity would be like, I wonder what a reality would be like outside of this simulated reality. Is it the same? Is it completely different? Do I have a different personality, or am I the same person? Just in a different setting. Is the reality, do they mirror each other? Do they not? Maybe that reality out there is way worse than this reality, you don't know. Maybe it's way better, who knows? That's the sort of thing, I suppose maybe we should we should only really worry about the practical implications of it, if it ever comes to pass. But so far, it seems a little bit unprovable until someone can simulate their own reality. Which, by the way, the thought process behind if we could simulate realities in our own life, you know what I was saying, let's get it. Well, I still like having our own special secret greeting, but I'm getting bored of that one. What do you say we switch up? Sure, I just know just a thing. Let's get it. What about boom shakalaka? Bomb shakalaka. Boom. Nope. Boo. But what? Oh, that's why. No? How does that boom? There we go. Boom. This used to be the message I'd put on my profile for back when DS Picture chat thing was a thing. Boom shaka laka. Oh nice, I like where your head's at. Boom shakalaka. How work with you? I think it's perfect. Boom shakalaka. Sure. What's it talking about? Something about Matrix. Yeah. I don't know. I suppose I'll start being more concerned about that when I see more glitches in the Matrix. As of right now, there's not been all that many, so you know, I'm pretty content with whether this reality is. It does pique my interest. What more could it be? I suppose it begs a question. Begs a sort of, you know, I might not be using begs a question right, because I remember I read somewhere that a lot of people use beg a questions wrong, and it actually means something else. You know what? I'm going to check that real quickly. You know, time to self-educate. Define beg the question. Raise a point that has not been dealt with. Invite an obvious question. Yeah, wait. That is how I used it, right? Oh no, in classic rhetoric and logic, it assumes a conclusion isn't... Begging a question or assuming a conclusion is an informal fallacy that occurs when argument premises assumes the truth of a conclusion instead of supporting it. Oh, so it's like stating something as if it were true, rather than proving it was true. You're begging the question. But it seems like it's now evolved, as language does, to also include the fact you bring up something which people would question. See, if I was a simulation, I suppose that begs the question of why is it simulated like this, rather than a perfect paradise? And that begs the question. It's like, why would you simulate a non-perfect paradise to live in? Well, perhaps you're doing it for research purposes. Maybe we're like guinea pigs. And people are trying to see how we'd react to certain situations. Or humans, or something. Perhaps we have simulated a perfect paradise before, and we weren't happy with it. Turns out, with only good things and no setbacks from time to time, you don't really get to appreciate them, and everything becomes bland. Maybe? I don't know. Kind of like the Oracle twins from the American Dragon. One of them only saw good things, and she was very gloomy and stoic. And one only saw bad things, and she was all happy and cheerful. And it's why, because when you see all the good things, it takes the surprises out of life. And when you see only the bad things, even the smallest thing can make you happy. Something like that. Good old Oracle twins. They also look different. Like, didn't American Dragon get like a visual update or something? Or it got a re-release? I don't know. I made it completely different. I was like, what? Anyway, that's a bit off a tangent there. Or maybe this is just a mimicry of the actual reality we're living in. We're doing it as a simulation because maybe it's like Matrix style. Well, I can't remember what Matrix was. Is it they were batteries? The human race were batteries or something? Or they were using their mind as processing power for something? That makes sense to me, the processing power one. I feel like the Matrix is batteries, but I can't remember. But processing power makes sense. Human brain is pretty powerful. If you could somehow harness those electrical impulses and convert them into something which can work with machines, you'd have a very good processing unit on your hand. Let alone 7 billion of them. Self-regulating, self-correcting, a lot of the time. You wouldn't have to... Oh. The only thing you've got to do is feed the human. Seems a little bit evil, doing something like that. Oh, hold on. Oh, do we have space to plant a flower somewhere so we can pick up a balloon? Oh, the balloon's so far away though. You know, whatever. Screw it. I don't need that balloon. I'm going to be here for years. Getting all the recipes. Perhaps we got to, I don't know, December, I suppose, until we need to collect all the mushroom recipes. To be fair, we've only got like 2 of them so far, so we're not doing that well for ourselves. Could be going a lot better. But we're too focused on digging up these plants and being like, hey, you need to get out of here, huh? Goodbye, plants. I don't know what you do with all of them, Nick, but I hope you plant them somewhere else. Give them to other islanders who would appreciate them much more. But not me. So yeah, maybe we are all living in a simulation, and maybe we aren't. Who knows? Doesn't really matter. Live life as life is to be lived. Because we don't know any better. And with that very existential note, I suppose I'll round off this episode here. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscriptions. All cool. Join me, Dear Darling Discord down in the description below. Follow me on Twitter and do what you want. I hope we can see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.